Hey everybody, Josh here from Shamma, and I am packing up my truck. I'm going to take a trip to Sacramento, and I'm going to be on the Mark Bell Power Project podcast. So it's really an exciting opportunity. We kind of, through some inroads because of Anya, from Anya's reviews being on the show, they were kind of interested in what we do. And so we got invited on the podcast. I'm going to go talk there tomorrow in Sacramento. It's pretty exciting. It's also a little bit nerve-wracking, just to be totally honest with you, because we're presenting Shamma on like a much larger stage with these guys. But it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and just trying to get in a good headspace and just try to enjoy the opportunity and have fun and share something that I am really passionate about. I have been for like about 13 years now, which is not running in shoes. This is my little prop I'm gonna bring. But running in sandals and just being as natural as you can, having footwear that complements your foot rather than trying to correct it. So that's the message I'm gonna send, and try to have fun while I'm doing it. So let's go. All right, I've got all my important things in here. I've got sandals that I run in on a regular basis, Trailstar Maximus. I've got some new sandals I'm working on. It's like a mountain goat thing with tons of traction. Haven't quite figured out a name for them yet. Just thought maybe they'd like to see these, I'd show them. I'm hoping, Mark's kind of been into running lately. Maybe there's an offhand chance I get to go on a little run with him. So that's kind of my ulterior motive with that. I got a couple of model pairs, an elite pair, Trailstar. I've got my prop shoe that I've been using this last summer on Instagram, computer, phone, all that good stuff, and something super important, I've got my little neck pillow that I actually use instead of a big pillow when I sleep. And I'm always bummed when I forget to take this. I forgot to take this backpacking, and it's built for backpacks. So anyways, I got it, got my pillow, I'm all set to go. All right, let's do this. All right, one other thing I'm bringing besides all the little props is Born to Run. I'm gonna still like kind of looking through it. I read this about 13 years ago when I first got into minimalist running and footwear and all that. And I decided to go back through it again, just kind of brush up on what I had looked at years ago. And it was a lot of fun. It was interesting because there was so much more of the book was the story, like the race, and this whole race that Caballo Blanco had set up, and Chris McDougall's story of going on this race with the Tarahumara Indians. And it's a really cool story. I liked it. It's got a great ending. It was probably more of that than I really wanted. Certain parts of that story were awesome, but it was inspiring, and there were a few chapters, like chapter 25, chapter 28 in particular, that really highlighted what is wrong with modern footwear and where we've kind of gone off the rails, and how basically we're born to run it, but we're not really born to run in shoes. We're born to run barefoot or in something that is very thin and flexible and complementary to the foot rather than corrective. So that was cool. So I've just kind of been thinking about that stuff before I hit the podcast. I want to just be caught up a little bit, refresh myself. There's some other books I've read that are awesome. There's a great book by Barefoot Ken Bob. He's kind of a barefoot running guru. He has a really cool book, a lot of great information and anecdotes. There's another one that I'm reading. This one's by, it's called Tread Lightly. It's Larson and I can't remember the other guy's name at the moment. Katovsky, Bill Katovsky. And that's another one that's just, it's a lot denser, a little harder to read, so it's taken me longer. But I'm just kind of chewing through those, even though I'm not going to have all those on hand for the podcast. I'm like, just that's enough. Just the Born to Run, and then I'm going to be continuing to read those other ones and then share that stuff eventually. through Instagram and all of that. And maybe if things go well and I end up on the podcast again, I can have some new info. But those are 3 good ones. Tread Lightly, How to Run Barefoot by Barefoot Ken Bob, and Born to Run. And after that, if you're not convinced, well, maybe you weren't paying attention. So off we go.
All right, Josh, what are you feeling? What are your thoughts before the podcast?
Well, I've definitely been more freaked out in my life, for sure. But I know it's a big deal. We've never been like on this scale of a audience before. I haven't, and Shamma as well. And I'm just thinking about all the things that I might be able to say. I'm not like scripting it, but the ideas or thoughts that I have that are important to me, if they come up, I'm trying to just write about them and just kind of explore the thoughts ahead of time, so I've kind of got it in my head. It's a lot of stuff that I've said before or thought before, but it really does help to write something down. And writing, I've heard, is the deepest form of thinking, and so it's allowing me to like just kind of get my head in order on a number of different topics, and hopefully if they come up, I'll have some better answers or more insightful answers or things. And I do really want people to think about our product, and just in general, I think that's really important for everyone, is to, we need to think deeply about our lives and, things we wear and things we do and how we are and how, so anyways, this is a good opportunity. So we don't have much time left. I think we're gonna leave in like 10 minutes or so. This is my last little chance to sketch out some notes, and then it's dun 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 podcast. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to it. All right, so we just got done at the Mark Bell Power Project podcast here in Sacramento, and I was definitely nervous going into it, but Nassima was really cool. Andrew, they were a big help, and Mark was a great guy, and Mark was asking a lot of great questions. It's definitely, you know, a little intimidating, but it was a lot of fun. I just enjoy telling people about, you know, minimalist footwear and our ability to run and maybe kind of enlighten some people on some of this stuff. So it was a lot of fun. It was a great opportunity, and I just want to say thanks to Mark and Nassima and Andrew, and also back home. A lot of people have been encouraging me, praying for me. You know, I've been nervous about this, so I really appreciate all of it. So thank you to everyone from the bottom of my heart, and hope you enjoy this episode when it comes out. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content. And make sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post something new.